We would be if I pushed the button.
Right. Yay. Hello, yarn tubers.
Hello, hello, hello.
We are
live if I push the button.
Yay. Oh, I'm going to get this border done this week. There it is. There goes the notification.
Woohoo!
Yay. One.
All messages. Paula's here. Yay.
Who's here?
Messages. There's Miss
Paula.
Paula.
Hi, Paula.
Robin's a dork. That's why nothing's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that. That was
Roseanne. Hi. Hi, Roseanne. Good to see you.
Oh,
I haven't talked to you in forever. Okay.
Robin is exhausted.
Yes, so. Tell them all about it.
Robin is exhausted. I had yet another craft fair today. Didn't go as well as last week, but it was still good. It was still fun. And it was hot is what it was. It was hot. It's hot. And we went out to my sister's restaurant again, which the biggest problem is it's an hour drive to get there. And last week she had it all set up and ready to go in the tent and the tables. And this week it wasn't quite as it was. There was nothing. And we didn't have a tent and there were no tables and we had to scrounge stuff together. And so, well, she had set up for a bingo game there. Good thing. And because the bingo people were my only customers. And so she had used up all the tent and the tables for the bingo people. So the craft lady, me, had no table or tent. And so we had to do some scrounging.
Yeah.
And improvise we did, but we made it work.
Good.
And we made it work and it looked very nice. And the good thing was because I had sold out of so much stuff last time, I was crocheting like a demon to get enough stuff ready for this week, for this show. Well, we didn't sell anything hardly. So I've got lots of stuff ready for Wednesday.
Good. So you can kind of take a breather now, right?
A little bit of a breather, yeah.
A little bit.
I'm going to be doing a few things just to kind of catch up because I have 2 craft shows on Wednesday.
What?
Because Robin thought that would be a good idea.
How did that happen?
Well, this lady contacted me and she works for a nursing home. And we were, that ladies organization that I belong to. And she said, hey, we're having I don't remember what she called it, sort of a vendor fair. And she said, it's a lot of, they come in and they have a lot of insurance companies and doctors and, stuff, the bus people come in. She goes, but we'd like to have something fun in there. So why don't you come in and set up your little booth? And I'm like, that sounds like a really good idea.
You know what? It would probably be a really good networking opportunity.
Yes. And that's exactly what she said. She said, you probably won't get a lot of sales, but you'll get a lot of information, you'll do a lot of network. And she said, honestly, if you get any sales, it'll be from the other vendors.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Karen.
And gee, this looks like fun, doesn't it?
Holy cow. My concern for you is you are going to be a piling, steaming blob at the end of all of this.
You think
that
maybe
there's going to be nothing left of the former Robin? It seems like a lot of work, and I'm exhausted watching you. Oh, Karen says she got her earrings.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Good. I'm so glad. Yay. Yeah. And I remember you telling me something about a friend of yours who does these craft shows, and you said that's all she does. That's all she does. And I understand that now because this is all I do.
It's all you can do. You can't do anything else, like for yourself or for your, crochet alongs of yours or somebody else's.
Mhm.
I drive down the road thinking of this, and I'm like, I'm tired. I can't have my mind on and be concerned for Robin. She will figure it out.
Yeah.
She will.
I'll figure it out. And
you find a way to give yourself a break.
I will get to, because I got to tear this apart and redo it.
Uh-oh.
Actually, it's not as in bad a shape as I remembered it being. Maybe I already tore it apart and redid it once. Maybe I already, no, there's the hole. Okay. I've got to get ahead of the game for when I'm gone on my trips in September, because I'm gone several weeks in September.
She's going to the Yarny Social, people.
She's going to the Yarny Social, and then she's going on a cruise.
Yep.
And then
October 1st. Oh, sorry.
Right up. And then this one is over. And then this big 20-week thing is over.
Good. Good.
And then I have signed up for a craft show at a school, at one of the schools, but that's not till December, first week of December. And
so is that just like a one-time deal that
it's 2 days.
Okay.
2 days. And I am not going to go overboard on Christmas, because I kind of figure by the first week of December, people have got their Christmas. I'm just going to do the same kind of stuff I always do. Inexpensive earrings and,
right. Maybe would you consider doing what you normally do, but maybe one or two in a Christmas color?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the octos, because the octos and the frogs and that kind of stuff. There's cute little stocking stuffers. They're cute gifts for nieces and nephews and girlfriends and boyfriends and teenage friends.
Kindergarten, your grandchildren.
Yeah. They're inexpensive. If you're in high school or junior high, it's a good gift for someone.
Yeah.
So, that kind of thing. They're good, inexpensive gifts, the
right.
$10, $15 range. And so, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. You got to make that eyeball go away. And Dennis is real good at getting the safety eyes out. And he also puts them all in because I cannot get them in. So, that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to do what we've been doing. And then there's another craft show that I'm signing up for. And it's the one just down the road from me at the high school here.
I need a nap. I need a nap. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing you.
The problem is, the good thing is it's in the rich neighborhood. So some of those things that I make that are the $40, $50 items would probably sell there.
Yeah.
The problem is I think it's in September when all that other stuff is.
Oh.
I don't have time. Oh no. It's the end of October.
Oh. Okay.
Right after I get back from the cruise. Because, I got plenty of time to do stuff for that, right?
I need a drinky. Right.
But you know what I want to make is some of those scarves that roll up and look like the sushi, and the scarves that roll up and look like the cups of cocoa. Some of those things.
Think those are cute.
Yeah, that I want to sell for $40. They've got the money. That's the one where they've got the money. For that
That's your market for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they're going to say, oh, that's so cute. I want to buy that. So that's the only place that, and Morgan's earrings that are $30. That's
Yeah.
the market for that.
Okay. Do you need a drinky? What do you need? Because you need to get it off of me. Because I'm crocheting. We're having a problem here.
Karen, I cannot even remember which earrings I sent you. I remember mailing you earrings.
Okay, go lay down.
I remember that. Oh, the popsicle ones. Did they get there okay? The way I wrapped them, was that good? You were my test. You were my tester.
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig. I wrapped them in tissue.
Well, I didn't do it. Here.
Ah!
Oh, good. I wrapped them in oh, good. It broke. And then I wrapped them in cardboard. Yeah, because that was the one where the eyeball broke when I was trying to put it in. So, did you lose the eyeball? Because I can glue it on. That's all right. I'll use the other one. I wanted to use the bigger eyeball anyway.
There it is.
Yeah. This frog has been the bane of my existence.
Speaking of frogs, for those of you who know who Joe is from Joe's Web, she's been on YouTube longer than I have, doing her crochet, just showing her crochet stuff. She when she did her version of the pocket shawl, that's when it exploded a couple years ago, because hers was adorable. And the pattern she followed, yes. So she wrote her first pattern, and I think she said she did a tutorial on it. It's the leggy froggy. And
that's what I do.
Yes. Well, she has written her own, and it is so adorable, done in that chenille yarn. Oh, it is so adorable. Leggy froggy. That's that's the hot thing right now, Robin.
That's what I make all day long.
Right. And you are right on trend with that thing. So
yeah.
keep those up.
Except of course I have adapted it because
sure,
that's what I do.
You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, Joe,
I'll tell you what. I took the leggy frog and I watched because this is what we do. I watched about 12 videos and I couldn't understand what the heck they were doing. And I found one lady and I finally got what she was doing, because not a one of them could say the word double crochet cluster together. Not a one of them could say that was the stitch they were doing. And finally, one lady said that word. I'm like, oh, okay. And I did the stitch and it made sense. And then she said, I just don't like the way they don't stand up. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. And so I make a ridge around the bottom and finish the little bottom so they stand up, and they are adorable. So mine's I put stuffing in them and they stand up.
Nice.
So mine are a little different. They aren't exactly floppy like the leg, but their little legs are adorable.
Yes.
And I make their little legs a little bit longer than their arms. I think they look the proportions look a little better.
Right.
But that's just me. That's all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been making all day, every day. I sent you the pictures of them today.
Yeah, I saw it. Those pictures were great.
So this one is going to be huge because this yarn is like a size 8 or 10 yarn or something.
Ew.
Well, when I was looking for this green, you can't find the green yarn anywhere.
Oh, in the blanket yarn?
It's not blanket yarn, it's chenille.
Well, blanket yarn is chenille.
Well, it's different.
Okay.
It's different.
Okay. I believe you.
It's velvet. The velvet yarn.
Oh, velvet.
Yeah,
Yes.
the velvet yarn is what I like to make my frogs out of.
That's got to be squishy.
It's
Squishy.
So cute. Oh,
Well,
I see you on your masterpiece. She's got to be almost done.
well, I'm on round 5 of 9 for the border.
Wow.
Do you want to see it?
Yes. Let's make
Okay.
you big.
Here we go. It's not like I'm proud of this or anything.
No, not at
So
all. Oh my
here's-
god! Oh my god! Look at that!
So there's the border. That's that purplish round right there. That's what I'm working on right now. There's the big scary square right there.
Wow!
The canvas.
Stunning.
It's getting big.
That is so beautiful.
I am just loving this. I'm so excited. Now in less than a week, this coming Saturday, I'm turning it in. So I got to get all these rounds done before I get home in a couple days.
I have to check the fairgrounds and see when my stuff has to be submitted.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your stuff in the fair. Okay.
So beautiful.
Thanks, Roseanne. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yes, I am more proud of this than the Phoenix and the Artist that I did. And I was pretty proud of those.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed this more than the Phoenix and the Artist. And those were pretty enjoyable. I love them. But this one is by far my favorite to date. Next year is going to be the Montana.
Yeah.
And the year after that, I have one of my own designs coming out. A big one. A really big one. So, Robin, tell us what you learned this week. Tell us all about it.
Well, so I started. What did I start?
The start of the learning path.
I started the beginning of the learning path, and I went through the yarn section, which included weight, fiber, and color, labels, substitution, and care. And then I started swatching, and I did the first lesson, which was gauge.
Yeah.
So on the yarn section, it was basically, hello, Judith. It was basically an overview of yarn.
Right.
There wasn't a whole lot in there that I didn't already know.
Right. And you learned a lot of that. That's kind of a repeat of your last course.
Right. Of the beginning crochet course.
Yes.
Fiber, color. It did explain some things, color. When you talk about, and I did not know how marled yarn was made.
Yeah.
And I do love marled yarn. I really do enjoy marled yarn because I like with marled yarn, I like the variations in color without the coming and going of color.
The beginning and end?
Yes. That's one of the reasons I don't care for mandala yarns, because I don't like the drastic color change.
It's sudden. It is sudden.
And that hurts my head. I don't mind ombres. I don't like I don't mind the gentle color.
Right.
You can realize it has changed colors sometimes. That is fine. I'm fine with that. but I don't like where it's, oh, now we're orange, now we're green, now we're blue.
It's like
can't do that.
yeah.
It's too drastic. And I think
Yes.
that's why I have a hard time with color block things too, because the
Yeah.
color change is often too drastic. What I do like about it, and I think that is also why I never liked the Ogo yarns, because it was just 3 big chunks of color. What it is good for though is I want to make something with different colors, maybe some stripes, and I don't want to have to buy 3 skeins of yarn. So it's very
True.
good. And I do know a lot of people like the mandala yarns, and they color control it. They literally chop that stuff up and use the 6 or 8 different colors. I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
But what it is good for is if you're making something and you need 6 or 8 different colors and you don't know what colors go together, that is helpful, because as we all know, Robin is extremely color challenged. So it is good for that. It is very good for that.
There was a lot of good education in that module about choosing colors.
Yes.
It was a great place to start on that.
Mm-hmm. That was really good for that. The substitution, you know what struck me in the substitution, and it didn't even occur to me. I already knew to go to the yarn sub thing, although I'll tell you a problem I have with the yarn sub. I love that program, and I use it. And I think most of us who play with yarn know about yarnsub.com.
Right.
But I'll tell you one thing that frustrates me with yarnsub.com is I will put in, let's say, I don't know. I can't even think of Yarn Bee, whatever this thing is, whatever this happens to be. And it'll give me 15 yarns from the UK. Those are always the best substitutions. It's always stuff that we don't have access to.
Right.
I wish it would, if I put in basically an American-based yarn, I wish it would give me American-based yarns as my main choices. And then
I don't think we have as many options as they do.
It will be, because invariably, it will tell me that I need to buy what's that wonderful, beautiful yarn over there that I can't not afford? Sheepsies.
Oh, okay.
Always. That's always the first option is sheepsies. It's like, duh, I can't afford sheepsies. And by the way, I can't get it. So, you know.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello. It's 15 down before I find something. But it is always the best place to go. And I do find something. And you're 100% right. You can have 2 yarns with the same weight and the same everything, but if your whip per inch are off even a little bit, they are not going to work up the same.
And also the manufacturing process or the spinning process or the kind of twist it has.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things will make those 2 exact, those 2 yarns that are exactly the same on paper will make them very different.
Oh, even the same yarn. How many times? I have, and I'll tell you an exact example right here. I have Hirschner's worsted yarn right here. This white Hirschner's worsted is much thinner than the other colors. And I know we have done the same thing with Red Heart. Some of their colors works out much heavier than others of their colors. I was working on a project that somebody paid me to do it. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
A commission.
Thank you. It was a commission project, And I had the two colors, but they do not work up the same, those two colors. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby and buy Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. No matter what color you get, they work up the same.
Yeah.
And so I knew that this white and the other color were not going to work up the same, and I absolutely could not use it. So even within brands, they don't work up the same. And that's ridiculous. That is not okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, especially when they're done, when they're machine spun. I mean,
Yeah.
It just seems like, you know, when they're manufactured via these computerized machines, you would think, like you were talking about with dye lots and Joann's before, you would think all of that would be.
Yeah, there should not be an issue.
There should not be, you know, variations, but there are
huge variations.
Yeah.
But when you're making the same yarn and you're selling it as the same product and you're giving it a
bulk,
color
you're
chart,
making it in bulk.
Yeah.
It should be fairly exact.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, remember that blanket I was making last year?
Yep.
And it was an inch off on the sides from one color to the next.
Yep.
And that was in a quite small baby blanket size. Imagine if I'd have been making a full-size blanket on with that thing. I was so frustrated with that. But yeah, the whips per inch is such an amazing tool.
Oh, I love that tool, and I love that one that you and I have bought off of
from that lady.
Yeah, what Terra Fibers.
Terra Fibers, yeah. I just got mine. Mine just showed up in the mail. It's right up there. I love all of her tools, all of her stuff. Oh, I just got the gauge. I already had the WPI. I just got the gauge tool. But something I did not know until I just took this thing. So we're talking about reading labels, and I'm a pretty good label reader.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you're going to find the crochet and the knit stuff on your labels for the most part. But a lot of times when I buy yarn that comes from the UK, or if I buy specialty yarn, it only has the knit information on there. I did not know that I could use the millimeter size from the knit to choose my crochet hook.
And sometimes, yes, you can use the same one. Sometimes I hear people suggest, or you'll look on labels, it will show that the crochet hook is about a 0.5 millimeter larger than the knit. But yes, you can use the exact same size. Oops, I gotta shut that out. Paula, I'm so happy that you've started.
Yay! Yay! Isn't that amazing? We've been knitting or crocheting our whole life, and you're going to learn out of that thing.
Right. We could, be crocheting for 1,000,000 years, and you start with the very first lesson, and you're already learning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that was something that is going to be so useful for me. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Now
so that's gonna be very useful.
And I don't know how many people are in here and how many were in here last week. But remember when I said that Michael Jordan quote that goes something along the lines of get the fundamentals down and you can rise to want to be, right?
Yeah.
That's not exactly right. But I love that quote. And it's great. Now tell me. Okay, so I have that on my about page. I recently put it on there because I love it. And this is a little off topic, but I was in, you know who Sean Cannell is?
Mm-hmm.
from Think Media. He's a YouTube guru.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, well, anyway, I don't know how I ended up there, but I ended up in one of his live chats yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. And I said, hey, because people were asking, I said, hey, could you, take a look at my about page? Because, I just changed it. And there were some mistakes in there. And he had a valid point in his criticism, but he told me it was selfish. And knowing me, you know me, that hit me in the gut.
Yeah.
Because I used too many I statements. And I know better than that. I've been educated. I know better than that, but I didn't catch it, and he did. And that was great. But then he went on, and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I was coming off so selfish. But thank you for your input. And then he went on, and he started, he just went on and on about being so selfish in our channels. On and on about it until he had the people in the chat going, yeah, she really needs to rework that. And they were all piling on me. And I felt like throwing up at this point. And then he even went into, another 5-10 minutes later, he goes into this little skit about this kid. He's like, hey, I'm on YouTube and you should be subscribing to my channel because I'm the greatest thing that's ever hit the internet. I mean, he just went on and on. And then he looks at this quote, which apparently is one of his favorite quotes by Michael Jordan. And he starts laughing. He starts giggling and he says, that's a little masculine for a crochet channel. I mean, we're talking about little old ladies in their embroidery.
Did you tell him to bite me?
I said, oh, bless your heart. Which is code for bite.
I know. Yeah. Obviously, somebody who's supposed to be a guru
and a professional. I don't care when he's a guru up. He's supposed to be a professional.
Obviously doesn't know what the heck he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. Because we're all like in our 90s. We can barely hold our embroidery needles.
It's a shame. It's a shame because he could have done something good there.
He could have done something really good, but what he did, I mean, he made a valid point about the I statements. It did look selfish. And I looked at it and I'm like, Dana, you know better than this. And I felt admonished, that's for sure. But then I was humiliated.
Yeah.
And then
all he did was lose someone. And
then he was condescending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time for me. Anyway, yeah, so that Michael Jordan quote is above crochet.
Mm-hmm. It's that quote is applicable to everything.
Absolutely.
Basically, it boils down to everything worth doing is worth doing well.
Exactly. Yeah. And the whole thing about fundamentals, I mean, I didn't have all my fundamentals down. There's still more fundamentals to really get.
And I'd like to see that jerk create what you've just created right there in your hand.
Oh my, no, because this is beneath him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see him create something as amazing as what you've just done.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But it was shocking to me because I've had a lot of respect for him for a while. I don't watch all his videos, but he puts out a lot of really good free information. And I appreciate somebody who does that. Yes, he has his paid stuff if you want to take a deeper dive into YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But what he offers for free is it seems to be very valuable information. And of course, as a Christian, I appreciate that he talks about his faith. But all of that, I've lost all respect, and now I don't ever want to interact with him. I mean, he hurt me.
Yeah.
I'll admit the guy hurt me. And I don't think I'm that thin-skinned.
No.
I don't think I'm that. I mean, I can be at times, but I don't think I'm that thin-skinned. I think it was pretty unprofessional, and it just surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just a bunch of little old ladies sitting here with our embroidery needles and our knitting needles.
Knitting needles, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that guy. Whew. Yeah, so I had to bring it up because it's kind of been, oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. When we're talking about going to school and we're talking about learning something with level 1 beginner, lessons, and how we can, the first time it really dawned on me with the American Crochet Association, I did her basket pattern. It's a single crochet in the round, and then you bring up some sides, and I learned enough just from I showed you that basket once where I made a little lid for it.
Yeah.
Well, the basket itself was her pattern, but I learned enough doing that I came up on the fly with that lid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I was amazed at how much I learned on something that I thought I knew. I thought I already knew that. So that's where the light bulb went off for me in taking these courses. Let's see, I still need to do one more, right? Ooh, where do I need to put this hook? Okay. I don't know. Where do I put my hook? I'm going to guess. Yeah. She's 60 years old. And Paula, you are not old. At one time, that used to be old, but not anymore. Okay, skip that one, go into that one. Okay, I think I found which stitch I'm going into here. So, this learning path that you just started, to me, I mean, at first I looked at that whole learning path. Did you see the whole list?
No, I refuse to look.
Okay, well, at first I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a master's degree in crochet. It's not, but it's a full-on bachelor's. It is a full-on bachelor's degree. And I would say a master's would be after doing every single course, and of course she's always coming up with more, especially the membership challenges, and then going on from there. I mean, the possibilities are endless with crochet. You will never reach the end of this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No, I'm saying in crochet, you will never reach the end of learning.
I have learned more in the last 6 months than I have in the last 10 years.
Right. And what I'm saying is, as much as we've learned and as much as we can learn, at least, with the ACA, there's more beyond that. It has opened my eyes with some of the resources that she has shared that there's more.
Well,
there's so much more. I'll never get through it all, but I'm certainly going to enjoy the journey.
Part of it is you challenging me with that dang flower thing. Of course, I'm still on like block 2.5.
You mean this one?
Yeah. But just doing that first flower, which I didn't think I would ever be able to do. I didn't think I could do it. And after I did it, I went, oh, look what I did.
Mm-hmm. And next,
I didn't think I could do it.
You're going to start on this one.
Yeah. And so that gave me the courage to try things that I never thought I could do. And because, yeah, I've made 100 million blankets in my life, and some of them have been more difficult than others. And I've tried lots of different stitches, but they've still all kind of been in the same wheelhouse.
Okay.
And I never really went out on a limb.
You should try the Phoenix.
Don't even. I'm not listening. You've got Sophie's. I've got Sophie, and I've got that thing to do. And
this thing.
That thing.
Yes.
And Sophie isn't hard. Sophie is not hard. Sophie is a lot of different stitches. And you can't look at the whole picture. You just got to look at each individual stitch.
Right. Yeah.
And
now,
some of them,
the Phoenix and the Artist are maybe a couple, like a step or two above Sophie's, but Sophie's is awesome.
And I love Sophie. My problem with Sophie is I kind of shot myself in the foot with refusing to do different colors. Because I'm so color challenged, because I did everything gray, and there are some spots where it's very difficult to see the stitch because everything is the same color because it's all gray. And I've
seen those in one color, and they are fabulous as a whole.
They're beautiful, but I can't see what I'm doing is the problem.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm having a hard time. Like the row I'm working on now, I cannot see where I'm supposed to be putting my hook.
Oh.
And that's the struggle that I'm having with it. And I'll get through it. And nobody on God's green earth will know if I put my hook in the right spot or not. So
is it a situation where 50 million stitch markers would help? Because that's what I did with this square.
Yeah. That's what is going to have to happen.
Sometimes
even if I have to tear out the row before and put a stitch marker on every single row, every single stitch, so that I can find them for the next row, which I've had to do on other things.
Sometimes, though, it's a matter of you have to read so far ahead, it takes longer to figure out where to put them than to just go on and struggle with finding it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in those situations too.
Yeah. Or it'll say, now I'm on row 50. It'll say, now on row 47. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Because you don't know what color row 47 is.
That's the problem that I'm having.
Yes.
That's the problem that I'm having.
I get you.
Having. So, so a little bit of that is going on, but it's going to be so beautiful when I'm done. It's going to be so beautiful.
You'll get through it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You gotta get to non-craft fair season.
Yeah. And then, Paula, Lizzie is so beautiful and it's so satisfying when you finish. You get through each of it. It's so satisfying. I'm so happy with it. And I'll tell you the truth. If I hadn't had my own self-imposed deadline with that, you guys, it would have been another blanket in the pile.
Right.
And I had to set everything else aside to finish it. So,
sometimes it's a matter of urgency. Like I've got until August 5th.
Yes.
To get this done. Yep. All the ends woven, washed and blocked.
Yep. Speaking of, this is a Christmas present. So this is going to have to, this has to be done. So I was kind of half thinking now that I accidentally got ahead of myself. Hey, Maritza.
Hi, Maritza.
Hola. I might pull this out and take a look at it. I don't even remember where I'm at. I think I'm farther. Oh, well, I'm halfway done on this because I'm on stripe 15 out of 30, I think.
Oh, good deal. ¿Cómo
either 30 or
está?
32. So,
Well,
but
that's
yeah.
all I know how to say in Spanish. I can count to 5. I can say, hola, ¿cómo está?
Hola, bienvenido.
Ah, where's the baño?
Baño. Baño. So,
I can say something kind of nasty that my lovely Aunt Martha likes to say, but I think we're in polite company.
so that has to be done. So in between craft stuff, that's got to come out of the closet.
Yep.
Which I'm excited about because I really enjoyed working on that.
Yeah. Well, what is next for me? Okay, so I have to do hi, Diana. So speaking of the American Crochet Association, it looks like I'm being given permission to do one of the skill building workshop, one of those patterns. It looks like I'm being given permission. We're going to work out the parameters to do a workshop at the Yarny Social on one of those projects.
Ooh.
Salina and I are still working that out. Yay! That's not all that's going on. We have the Mindful Crocheter, Amanda Woodbury, coming with some mini journals. She's teaching us how to journal while crocheting or crochet while journaling. She's got a whole course, and this is going to be like a little mini course with a little mini journal. So we're getting the journals printed up. That's going to be Saturday afternoon. So
it sounds hard.
Yeah. What's that?
That sounds hard.
Actually, it sounds fun. It's something to explore, something new for our minds. Plus, we'll have, a bunch of other patterns and a bunch of stuff to get in. So anyway, my point was the next thing I'm making is that project. And then I want to reveal a little bit here, Robin, because there's not that many people in here. Can we do a reveal?
Sure.
For October? Our thing in October?
Are we allowed? Are we allowed without the other ladies?
You know what? I'm not placing. I've got friends, people from in the real world who are actually already sharing it out.
Okay.
Angela from My Precious Yarnery went nuts. She got Kim's from Kim's Crochet and Knit. They're all making up group 1 already.
Okay.
Go for it. You tell them.
Go for it. This is your baby. Go for it.
Okay, so for those of you here, you're getting kind of the first public release on
sneak preview.
Sneak preview. Starting October 1st, we're doing a crocheted Christmas ornament swap. And anybody can join. People on YouTube, people off YouTube, your next door neighbor, whoever crochets can do this. All they have to do is crochet 10 small ornaments, all the same. Robin's going to do them all different colors, but they're all the same ornament. Crochet 10 of them, not big ones. I'm going to do Mikey's little mitten. It's a mini mitten. It's about that big, and put a loop on it. I'm going to do 10 of those. You have to make sure they're mailable. They can't be like baubles. If you want to mail if you take a Christmas bauble and crochet around it, and you want to mail out 9 of those, that's your prerogative. I'm just saying.
That was my mistake. At first, that's what I was going to do, and then I went, "Oh, wait, that's going to be expensive. Never mind.
That's going to be expensive." But if someone wants to do that, if that's what they want to take on, we're talking about Canadians. I have invited
all over. It's all over.
I've invited the South Africans, the Europeans, everybody. We're going to open this up worldwide. You will be put in a list of 10 other, 9 other crocheters. Each group is going to have 10 people in it. And what you're going to do is you're going to mail out one of those ornaments to each of the other members of your group.
So you're mailing 9.
So you're mailing 9. You're keeping one for yourself. And at the end, you're supposed to have 10 crocheted Christmas ornaments in your possession. So I will start, getting the groups together. If you can email me now and say, yes, I'm in. So email me now with your name and your mailing address, and I will let you know what group number you're going to be in. And then on October 1st, I'm mailing everybody their group list. Does anybody have any questions? Does this making any sense? So group 1 is actually already full. So on October 1st, I'm going to email all the people in group 1 that list of names and addresses so that they have 9 people they can send those ornaments out to. Does it make any sense?
And then you have to mail your finished items out the week before American Thanksgiving.
What did we say? November 20th?
Let me look. I've got it.
Yeah. So if you email me and saying I'm in, here's my name and mailing address. What did we say?
November 20th. Because we want November 20th.
November 20th, yes.
Because remember, these things you might be mailing to Canada, you could be mailing, and trust me, I have mailed things to Canada, and it has taken many weeks to get there.
Right. So if you email me your name and address saying I'm in, I'll let you know what group you're in, and I will mail you back the whole, awesome, Karen. I will mail you back, the whole printed out, the directions, basically you just got it. You just got all the info here. But I will send you the copy and paste of what I've got, what I've been giving to people so far.
We just thought it sounded like a fun thing to do.
Yeah. And they're just little tiny things. You don't have to do anything big. Like I said, a couple years ago, Mikey from the Crochet Crowd did this advent calendar. I think it was 16 or 17. And one of the little advent things was a crocheted and actual little mitten. And I made one back then, and I just put a little loop on it and gave it to my girl Pat, and Pat put it on the tree. So
now also you mentioned when you send the item, it has to be ready to hang on the tree. So it's got to have the loop or the hook or whatever ready to go.
You would think that you wouldn't have to say this part, but I know some crocheters here on YouTube who have mailed a finished crocheted item to another crocheter here on YouTube, and the ends weren't woven.
I was just going to say, not once, but twice last year, I gave a gift to somebody, a hat, and as I was talking, as I was looking at it and showing it to them, I saw ends hanging out. Twice. I gave hats to people with ends hanging out.
Oh!
I just quietly got a little needle and put the ends in.
Good for you.
Now, ask me how many times in my life have I given hats to people as gifts? The answer is twice. And both times I had ends hanging out.
Oh,
if
my
I
goodness.
ever give you a hat, it's a sign of love if I left the ends hanging out. I couldn't. And the funny thing was, the second hat was for that brand new baby. I was giving her the hat, and I was jokingly telling her the story of as I gave the hat to Aunt Julie, for Christmas, I had forgotten to weave in the ends. And I look inside, and there's the ends not woven in.
Hi, Amber. Deb. Good to see you, Deb. We were just talking about the Yarny Social, and we let it slip at Amber about the ornaments. Hi, Sue.
Ornament exchange. Ornament exchange.
The Rad Girls Christmas exchange. I mean, it's not a secret.
We're so excited. So
Yeah.
excited.
Because we have Doris in group 1. We've got Amber, Darla. We got the Rad Girls. We got us 4. We got Morgan, Doris, Artman. We got 3 Canadians in there: Angela, Kim, and Darla. Yeah, you heard us. We were letting it slip.
I don't think. I'm so excited. I got something to tell you. Is letting it slip.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it accidentally slipped.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It was
I
an
don't think
accident.
that's accidentally. I'm pretty sure it's going to accidentally slip at the Yarny Social too.
Oh, I plan on. Good, Paula.
She'll have
I plan on
flyers
it at the
printed
Yarny
out.
Social. I'm going to really reveal it at the Yarny Social. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, do you guys want to hear? Can I learned some things.
Yes.
That's why we're here, right?
I was just wondering if you learned anything.
I did. So I did 3 modules today. I did the end of one module was the last lesson in that module, which was expanding on textures, and it was about different textured stitches and all of those things. And then it was the difference between mesh. Oh no, before that it was open work and lace. So open work and lace can start out at level 2, the easy level, but then it can evolve into something clear into level 4, experienced. It can turn into something really why can't I say that word? Intricate. Thank you. I couldn't find my R. I had lost my R. It's like that block. those letter blocks, and I was missing one. And then it was mesh, the difference between mesh and fillet. Now, this is all in the learning path. So mesh and fillet, how they can start out in level 2 and can, and the difference between mesh and fillet. Okay, mesh is mostly chain, less stitches in a very general sense. That's obviously not the case all the time. More chains, less stitches. Where fillet is typically more stitches, less chains. But then as it moves down, moves up the levels, like into level 3 and 4, and you're doing pictures, like the whole Lord's Supper on a 4-foot, fillet, that kind of goes out the window. I mean, some of these really large involved fillets, that's not always the case. But that's kind of typically how it is when you're down at level 2, maybe coming into level 3 on those. And now I'm into post stitches, and we're talking from front post, back post, whatever, into the waffle stitch, and then into the basket weave, and then into these several different kinds of cables. And that's fun. So that's where I'm at now. Really interesting seeing all these different kinds of cables. Some of those cables make me tired to look at.
I like the cable stitches. I was surprised. I was surprised to learn you could do cable stitches in crochet.
Yeah.
And it's not that difficult.
It's not that difficult, but it is intricate enough that cables, you know, on that braided look, it is pretty much pushing into level 4.
Yeah,
but to
it
execute
looks
it,
really nice.
yeah, to execute it really isn't that hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks, but boy, I tell you what, if you make a mistake, it shows up.
Yes,
and you gotta fix it.
I got to tell you, the first time I tried to do a cable, it was done with trebles,
Mm-hmm.
and I really didn't know how to do it. I had seen like 1 or 2 videos on it, and I was trying to. So you did 2 or 3, you know, trebles going this way. You skipped a stitch, and you start doing trebles, you know, going the other. And then I was trying to go through the fabric and around behind the stitch, and I tell you what, I threw my hook across the room. This was several years ago, and then one day, like a year or so, maybe a little longer ago, I happened to see one of Mikey's videos, and he was doing a cable. I'm like, well, he always simplifies things. Let's see if he can do it. You know, and I'm picturing him with his tongue hanging out of his mouth and him controlling himself, you know, because, you know, can you picture Mikey with his tongue hanging out of his mouth and he's doing it
upside down and backwards?
He was just like, watch this, bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm like, oh, you suck. I love him. But he showed me a better way, and it was so easy.
Yeah. Well, that was one of those situations where I didn't know enough to be scared.
Oh, okay. And, I like those.
Yeah. When my grandson said, Grandma, can you make me a sweater? And I'm like, you betcha I can.
And you're sitting in Texas. I remember that.
And so I made him a sweater, and I found one with the cables, and he goes, I like that one. Okay. I made it.
I love it.
Because when somebody actually asks you to make them something,
especially a grandson.
No.
Yes, I know. See, and I was going to make this. It was I think it was actually a paid pattern. I can still picture it. It was a car seat blanket, so it even had slits in it for the belt.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought, that is the coolest thing ever. I can't believe you can actually crochet that thing. And oh boy, I could make a lot of money selling that. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That didn't work out for me.
Yeah, those are the kind of things that amaze me. You can put a hole in it like that? How do you do that?
Oh, the heck? Yeah.
And now that you know how to do it, you're like, that was easy.
Fast forward to the Yarny Social last year, and I had just taken, and I did that lemon peel stitch, you know, single, double, and I did it on the bias. So the bottom of this hand towel is at a point, and then it goes out wide, and then it goes straight up, and then I have a slit in it, an opening, and then it points back up. And the whole point is it's a pull-through dish towel. And I came up with that on my own, where before I was, you know, wanting to learn something new, and I threw my hook across the room.
Those hooks are like darts, aren't they?
Yeah. They can stick in the drywall. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's taken me forever to do this round.
It is amazing the things that we can do with a hook and a piece of yarn, isn't it?
I know. We're magical.
Well, and now it's so funny because my sister, who every time I turn around, again, 6 months ago, these things that I'm doing that, and 2 months ago, all this amigurumi. You guys know I never ever would have done any of this amigurumi, and I've looked at stuff and I'm like, nope, Can't do it, can't do it, cannot do it. And now I'm like, well, I can do that. Well, that's easy. Well, that's just the same as that. It's just got different arms and legs.
Right.
So Judy walked by and she goes, I need a duck. And I'm like, I can do a duck. Never done a duck, but I can do a duck.
Right.
So this week I got to figure out how to do a duck.
You'll figure it out.
Along with, I got to do a handle for a cast iron skillet. That can't be hard.
Yep. And there's 50 million of them.
I know.
So,
and I knew I got a pattern for one saved because I saw it. I'm like, I'm going to want to make that.
So let me ask you this. So, 6 months ago, 2 months ago, think about then and think about now. To me, it's like the more I know about crochet, the more I'm enjoying it. Do you find that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to try things.
Right.
And there's some patterns that I'm seeing that I have been looking at for 2 or 3 years that before I was afraid to try them. And now I go, I can make that. And now I look at the pattern and I go, oh, I know how they did this. And I know how they did that. And there's a couple of parts that I think might be a little tricky. And I go, well, part of it is, I'm not as tidy of a crocheter as a lot of people are. And I know there's things where like I try to put like little arms and legs on and mine just look like crap. And, they just do. And I'm like, glue gun to the rescue. And I looked at one thing today and I go, I could glue those on and it will look just fine and nobody would know the difference. And,
I love it.
Yeah. And there's other things where I go, oh, I know how she put that together. Boom, 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 and it's done.
Yeah.
And other things where I was looking at one thing yesterday and I'm like, that's the exact same shape as my octo. She just put different legs on it. It's the same thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the more I learn, not just from all these classes that we're in, but the more I learn everywhere, the more I really enjoy crochet.
Mm-hmm. And, you were talking about all the different stitches and stuff. And I did buy a stitch dictionary. It hasn't got here yet. But I have never been afraid to try different stitches. Never.
Yeah.
And even when we were doing that horrible mystery thing.
Oh, yeah.
The different stitches didn't scare me. It was just the way that horrible pattern was written.
Right.
And it makes me sad because we were really all looking forward to that. And I really feel that if there was 2 or 3 of us sitting in a room together, we could have figured that thing out in a heartbeat.
Way to go, Deb.
Thank you, Deb. Oh. Wait. Yarn palms.
Salt shaker. I got a salt shaker.
But, and a lot of the classes that we take really, really reinforces how a well-written pattern, we can do anything if we've got a well-written pattern.
Right. Standardized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Karen, the mystery thing did? Yeah, well, it sounds like you were not stupid.
Oh, not even a little, Karen.
You were
not even a little. Not even a little. And it makes me sad because we were so excited about that. We were so excited.
Well, maybe it's something you can come back to, which is like, okay, I have a week to relax. Maybe I'll look at it again for a couple of days and maybe make a couple stitches and maybe make a couple rounds and then put it away again.
Well, and not only that, Deb, but Maybe when I'm not working on 5 crochet alongs at the same time.
That might have had something to do with it.
That might have had something to do with it. Yeah, and Amber and I, we Zoomed, and that got us through 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped a lot because things that she wasn't catching, I was clicking, and things that I wasn't clicking, she was clicking.
Cool.
Yeah, she wants to rewrite it. Because, I mean, it was when we were working on it steadily, when we were getting in the groove of what this woman was saying, it was working.
Yeah.
We were killing ourselves, Paula, because I was doing Sophie, Lizzie, that thing, flower garden, and another big one all at the same time. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
That was the first thing to go. And I got through 3 or 4 weeks of it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. It really wasn't even going to be that big. It was only going to be about 36 inches or something when it was done.
36 like square?
No, inches across. It was round.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't going to be very big.
So it wasn't hugely practical, but I'm sure you could have found.
I was gonna use it for like a table runner type thing.
Yeah.
Cloth. Yeah. But now it's a matter of pride. So I'm about halfway through.
Well, and then you paid for it, right?
Yeah, it was like $15, which isn't horrible. But
no.
I mean, I would pay for many patterns.
Yeah.
But we still have it.
Yeah, you have all the emails, right?
Huh?
You still have all those emails, right?
I still have all the emails and all the downloads. We downloaded them all and printed them off.
Okay.
I don't know if I printed them off. I downloaded them and put them in a file.
Good.
But there's too many things that I really want to do. And I'll tell you what, there's another, and I finished it, but there's another thing that I did a couple of years ago while I was in Texas. And it was a weekly, did I pay for that? Yeah, I did, but it wasn't as much. It was like $6. I paid for the pattern and there was a weekly video. And it was so full of mistakes. Every week there was mistakes in it, mistakes. And every week you couldn't do the pattern because the pattern was full of mistakes. And even the video was full of mistakes. I'd have to wait till the video came out. And then at the end of the video, he'd say, oh, there's a mistake in here and there's a mistake there. And then I would have to email him and ask him for the corrections. Oh, I was so angry.
Oh, you told me about this guy.
Yeah. And he's a very well-known pattern writer.
But it's knitted, right?
No, it's crocheted.
Oh, who?
It was the first time I did a mandala type crochet. And it's beautiful. I ended up giving it to Morgan for Christmas. She loves it, but I'll tell you what, there was a lot of swear words in that thing. I was never so happy to get that thing out of my sight. Kitten, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Are you ready to do a giveaway? Are we all ready to?
Yeah, let's do a giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway of the crochet skill building course. Robin, could you copy part 7? I printed out all, but I don't have part 7.
Yeah, I'll look and see if I've got part 7. I'll look and see. Let me look real quick and see if I've got it in there. I'll do that after.
Hello, West Virginia, Jeanette. We're getting ready to give away. I think we've lost Robin, but we're getting ready to give away the American Crochet Association. Are you there?
Share screen. I'm here.
Okay.
Screen. Can
Okay.
you see it?
You're kind of,
What word do you want to
digital.
use, Miss Dana?
What's that? Oh, let me come up with a word. Let me find a word. Roast. R-O-A-S-T. Because I got roasted the other day by Sean Cannell. So we're giving away for Jeanette. If you don't know, we're giving away a crochet skill building course from the American Crochet Association. This is number 9 out of 10 that we're giving away. Did we lose you, Robin? Oh, we did. We lost her. Am I still here? It looks like I am. Do you guys see and hear me? Because, yeah, she'll be back. They're probably resetting the router. Oh,
There I am. There I am.
Okay.
I could hear you, so I knew it was safe. Okay,
Yeah.
is everybody putting in the word?
Everybody put in the word roast, R-O-A-S-T. Is anybody here ready to win the course?
R-O-A-S-T. I'm trying to share the screen.
Caps don't matter. And it doesn't matter.
There we go. There we go. R-O-A-S-T.
Maybe Jeanette's the only one. Oh, no, we got a couple. Christina. Hi, Christina. Sue, Jeanette. Yeah, so we got 3. I think everybody else has done it. Amber, you need to enter.
Amber won.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, Amber won it a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
Right when she was in the middle of moving, so she hasn't had a chance to start it yet.
Right. I remember now. So Amber, I think everybody else, so we got 3. I think everybody else has already won. Yeah, this week and next week. That's right. Amber won. You should join us in that.
She's got to go to Florida next week and bring her daughter up. Her mama's still in the hospital.
Oh my goodness, Amber.
It's going to be a few weeks till she catches up.
Okay.
Paula won last week.
Yes.
That could be it. It could just be the 3 of us.
Yeah, I think it's just the 3 who haven't won yet. So
okay, let's just do it. Go.
I say go. Go.
Here we go. We're drawing.
I gotta drop the comments so I can see. Here it goes. Here it goes. Sue and Jeanette. Sue! Yay! Mama Sue! Mama Sue.
Mama Susu.
Congratulations! Whoop whoop! Yay!
Mama Susu.
Jack is so excited. He actually just woke up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So those of you that are in here, we've got 1 more to give away next week. Next week? Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, next week. Okay. Except I'm on November. I don't know what good that's going to do me. Not August. Yeah. Okay. Mama Sue, you know the rules. You know how to get hold of me.
Yeah, get a hold of her and she'll eventually you'll get an email from Salena, right?
And when you say eventually, it's not because of her that's the problem. Y'all know, anytime there's a foul up, anytime something's taking too long, anytime there's a delay, it's because of Robin.
It's because Robin likes to do things like get into 10 crochet alongs at the same time and then commit to 40 craft markets.
And then somebody will say, will you test this pattern? Sure.
Of course.
Next week. Okay. I actually deleted a test request I didn't even look at it. I didn't even open it. I just deleted it. I was so proud of myself. It was beautiful. It was
She's
beautiful.
learning. She's teachable, you guys.
Somewhat.
I love it. Okay. Are we done?
There's a possibility.
Well, a few people came in. I want to show this thing off again.
Show it off. Let's show it. It's so gorge.
Okay. So I'm working on this part of the border right now. That's round 5 out of 9 for the border. There's the acanthus square. I had to make 8 of those big babies. And oh, yep. There she is.
Unbelievable.
And I'm going to be showing this thing off at the, well, hopefully, if I get it back, at the Yarny Social in September.
So when is your fair run?
So the fair runs like the 20th through the 25th or something like that. I may not get a chance to. Mom's going to pick it up for me after the fair. It's the Clackamas County Fair in Canby, Oregon. I think it's like the 15th, like the middle of August. Mm-hmm. So then Mom's supposed to pick it up around the 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there on a Sunday. And then I have to be in Boise parked, Napa, on September 4th because I got a doctor's appointment in Emmett, Idaho on the 5th. I got to drop off Mr. What's his name with his other family on the afternoon of the 5th. And then on the 6th, I check into the hotel for the Yarny Social. So I don't know if I'm going to have my blanket back by then.
Worst case, she could ship it to the hotel.
Well, I'm not going to ask her to do that. She's picking it up for me, and she's taking care of it. You know, when I trust her to take care of it. So, yeah. So I may or may not have it with me for show and tell.
I know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's part of the Yarny Social is people are going to bring, you know. Oh my goodness, you guys, Sandy is here. Oh, I miss Sandy so much. Sandy, honey, how are you feeling? Are you making progress?
Thank you, Sue.
She has not been feeling well for quite a while, and we have all missed you, sweetheart. Spiffy Ruru. Oh my goodness, Sandy. Oh, it's so good to see you. Did you see my blanket, Sandy? I want to
show it again. You're still big. You're still big.
I want Sandy to see what I'm working on today. I'm almost finished with my
absolutely stunning.
Yay! With my fair project. Yay!
God, that's so gorgeous.
I love that. I love that acanthus square. Oh, Sandy, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. Feeling bad, but not as bad as I used to was. Okay. All right. So progress. Making progress. It is so good to see you. We're so excited to see you. Thank you, Sandy. That's my fair project this year. I turn it in next week. I got to get it done.
You will. You will.
Yeah. It's just 4.5 more rounds on the border. And weaving in ends. Oh, Sandy. Oh, what a wonderful thing to see you. So good to see you.
Again.
Oh, we're just getting ready to call it a day.
Hey, we've got a few people in that weren't here before. Why don't you just give a quick once over about the ornament exchange again? We've got some bodies that weren't here.
Okay, for those who missed it, it starts on October 1st, but you can email me your name and mailing address now. And if you are participating in our Christmas ornament swap, what you're going to do is make 10 little easily working on maybe the possibility, the wish list for the. Oh, really? Sandy. Yes. Yes, Sandy. Okay, so back to the now I'm excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yay. So she might help us with the wish list. So, okay, so you will crochet. This is a crochet swap. You will crochet 10 small Christmas ornaments that are the same thing. I'm doing little mittens with a little loop on them to hang them on the tree. They have to be the same ornament. You crochet 10 of them. Robin's going to make them different colors. It doesn't matter.
Maybe. Depends on how much yarn I have. Because, I've got a shortage of yarn at my house.
Oh my goodness, Sandy, really? You would make my year. You would make my day.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
Oh my goodness, Sandy. Oh, okay. Anyway, see if I can do the bullet points. Now I'm sweating. Now I'm ready to cry. Okay. Make 10 small, easily mailable Christmas ornaments. On October 1st, I will tell you what group you're in, and I will give you that list of 10 people with their names and addresses. I will email that to you, and you will mail out 9 of those ornaments, 1 to each of the other group members. Each group, like I said, there will be several groups of 10 people. So in your group, you mail out 9 of these small crocheted Christmas ornaments. When they open up the package with your Christmas ornament in it, and ends wove in, there's a loop or a little metal hangy thing, they should be able to take it out of the envelope and hang it on the tree. You will end up with 10 crocheted Christmas ornaments. That's the Rad Girls Christmas swap that will start October 1st. But you can, if you're in and you want to start crocheting them now, you can email me, Dana's Wanderlust Crochet, your name and address. 10 real life crochet copies of Matthew McConaughey or George Strait. Yes! I want that. George Strait. Yes! She knows me so well. So, this is why I say make them small, make them, quick and mailable. Crochet 10 of them. 1 goes to each of the other group members. So, and if you're confused about it, go ahead.
It may not be in the U.S., so be prepared to mail it wherever.
Yeah, so far we have Canadians. Group 1 is already full. And we haven't really officially, told everybody yet. I'm definitely going to be, giving all this information out at the Yarny Social. Oh, Sandy, if you could make it, but I don't want you to do anything that would jeopardize your health. But if you could make it, I'm trying not to cry. Girl, why? I would love to see you there. Love to see you there. Robin's going to be there. Need to leave already, which is, I love you too. Spiffy Ruru, Sandy. Oh, it's so happy. It's just so good to see you online. You're making me so happy. I love you. Catch you next time. Okay. Was I clear as mud about the ornaments? If I wasn't that clear, you can email me for the information. But if you're you're all about it, I'll give you the information also, but you just email me your name and address. A live video, that's right, Robin. Robin, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, did you see what Sandy said?
Just said she's leaving. Oh, there she is.
Says she's still here. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, love you, girl. Love you. See ya. Okay, we should call this quits.
Yeah, we're at an hour and a half of our 45-minute video. Our quick half-hour video.
Yeah. Quick giveaway.
Have we ever done a half-hour video? Never.
I don't think we ever have. Okay. Well, I'm very excited. Okay. I got to go so I can cry.
Don't forget bingo tomorrow night.
Bingo tomorrow night, you guys.
See you there. Bye-bye,
Spiffy
everybody.
Roo Roo. Bye, you guys.
Good night.